Hey guys, welcome to my channel. So one thing about being a programmer is that you like to write your own tool, all right? That's what Linus Torvald was also doing. Like if you have some problem, it just feels good that you're a programmer and you can just quickly write your own solution instead of finding something online, okay? So this is something I always do. So for example, in dev, I just created this tool right now like .m server, and this is becoming a trend in just my life. Like I just use my, you know, like I just use AI to just write some solutions of my own, and I can just tell like what exactly I want. Like I can change UI and stuff. Like I get complete control. Like someday I might also talk about like this tool which I made like Pass. So it's basically like web interface for Pass, and I just made it for myself. Okay. And it use like so it have like all my passwords are GPG encrypted in the back end, and it will just give me so I'm not going to reveal any of my password maybe in some another video, but that's the thing. Okay, you can just write your own tools really quickly, and it just feels good to be able to do it. So, for example, I wrote this really nice .env manager. So I am making a bunch of projects, and I realized like like all these projects have like .env files in my Python Flask apps. So you can find like lots of .env manager management tools out there, but I just created like my own because everything else like seemed complicated. Okay, so just enter the password, and now you can add a variable. Okay, like for example, test key, and I use arch by the way, add variable. So that's it. Like it will also give me one API, so I can use like curl command to just get any value. And in my Python script, I can use like a request to like fetch any value. Okay, so this .env manager is something I wrote for myself, and I'm actually going to deploy all my application like so I'm having like bunch of applications, and I was looking for like, okay, I spend like a day, not a day, like 2-3 hours of mine just to find like what is like the best .env manager. There is this HashiCorp Vault which I was using in one of the company I was working for. And for example, this HashiCorp Vault, it was so complex to set up and everything. And most people might say, yeah, but it's more secure. Now, even though in my program, like if you see the source code, I also have like full encryption and everything. But the thing is that, when you're writing something small, like you don't really like okay, this might not have like the level of security like HashiCorp Vault is giving, but since I'm able to understand it, and I really do not want to, like I really don't understand like HashiCorp Vault, I'm actually more secure here. Okay, so that's the thing. So it also use like some like an cryptographic algorithm to like securely store my data, and it just works. Okay, it just works. So I really like this new trend, like writing my own tools, and I do this really often for a lot of my own things. For example, I wrote my own email classifier, which I already discussed, and so I'm in fact like I'm trying to, build a startup. So I'm writing like lots of tools these days. So I just love like writing these small tools to do some things. So I wish like I can show you like how like this is how I can just use the API in order to get it. And I can just easily convert into Python script. So all my applications, I have like tons of, like Flask application, which is currently using, so so I wrote this project, and it is currently using this env file. Okay, so all I have to do is like instead of this dot in oh I need to 1 second. Yeah, literally list grab env. So instead of like this python dot env, I can just use like request, which I already have here. Oh, sorry, I just need to prep it. So I can just use this to, like get all my .env secret. And it just helps me because I have like multiple environments, like a dev environment and, local host. I sometimes test from server. And the same project is deployed in like many many places. And sometimes when you do scaling and stuff like this, so even in those environment, like it just helps because basically it just makes your application stateless. Okay, so yeah, that's it. Like it's a small short video, but it's pretty useful. Like like having your own short solutions.